Hey there, I'm Christy Wilhelmi from Gardenerd. Today's topic is all about rust, and I'm not talking about the kind that gets on your garden furniture. I'm talking about the kind that hits your alliums. There are more than 5,000 kinds of rust, but there are specific strains of rust that attack all alliums. That's your onions, garlic, shallots, green onions, and everything else, that you're trying to grow that's in the allium family. So, what does it look like? Well, it shows up first as sort of yellowish white spots, and then it develops into orange marks over the long stems of your onions. Once rust gets in your garden, it's kind of tricky to deal with it. Why? Because it's a fungus, and so the spores naturally will fall into the soil and overwinter there. So the first thing you can do to prevent it from happening or from spreading is to rotate where you grow any of your onion family plants year after year after year. There are a couple of things that you can do to keep it from happening or prevent it from getting worse. First off, if you're growing onions, shallots, or garlic, things that take a really long time to develop and come to maturity, you can snip off the affected leaves until the plant is ready to harvest. And then you can still eat the garlic and onion that you're pulling out of the ground, or the shallots that you're pulling out of the ground. Those won't be affected. It's just the greens where they're taking in sunlight, to make bigger bulbs. So you might end up with smaller bulbs in the end. Now, when researching rust and how to treat it, you may run across something that says, it's a fungus, so of course you can pull out the copper fungicide or the sulfur spray. But those things are last resorts for me. I don't like to use them unless that's absolutely necessary. What you can do instead is try a biological fungicide, which is something like Bacillus subtilis, which is something that used to be found in a product called Serenade, but that's no longer available. And so there's a bigger product on the market called Cease and another one called Sonata, and the bacteria eats the fungus. So that's the biological approach. What I do, honestly, I don't like spraying stuff on my alliums because I'm growing green onions for the tops. I'm actually only eating the tops. So there's two things that you can do when this is the case. One is cut them all down completely. So I did that to this bed here, and they're just starting to regrow, and they're growing completely without the fungus right now. They're growing without rust. So I'm going to see how long I can keep harvesting these before they start showing evidence of rust, because remember, it gets in the soil. And the second thing you can do, which is, I guess, the biggest sacrifice, but the easiest thing to do, is to not grow alliums for 3 years. Because then the fungus has nothing to feed on and it dies off. And then your garden will be free of that fungus again, and you can start growing. Hey, Mittens, hi, how's it going? Come here, baby. Hi, sweetheart. She's out of frame. Come here, I want to show everybody to you. So you can be a lazy cat like Mittens and just take a break from growing alliums for 3 years, or really be good about rotating the crops to different beds that are far enough apart where they won't catch rust from each other. And then you'll be on to growing your next crop of alliums in a few years. So, this is my good girl. So if you have rust in your garden on your onions, garlic, shallots, green onions, whatever, take the steps to prevent, reduce, and eliminate rust from your garden by following the steps in this video. If you like this video, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to find out when our next video comes online. Check out my online courses. We've got those at learning.gardenerd.com, and of course all kinds of information in my books, Gardening for Geeks, Grow Your Own Mini Fruit Garden, and my novel, Garden Variety. The sequel is coming soon. Happy gardening.